This is the latest bite-sized episode of Link by Golf. In this one we hear from Sam Robertshawe about caddying for Callum Shinkwin when he won the Cyprus Open, and even better, when he took Patrick Reed's courtesy car to get home. Hope you enjoy it.
We had a few spectators at the Cyprus Open, for example, where we very fortunately won together as a winning partnership.
Oh,
so
brilliant.
Forever.
Wow.
Yeah.
You need to tell me about that. Keep that quiet.
Yeah, that was certainly one of the highlights of the caddying career.
Yeah, let's hear a bit more about that, Sam. Keep that one up your sleeve.
Yeah. So we managed to sneak a win together, and in the Cyprus Open, I think it was still under some form of COVID restrictions, but Callum had been playing great for a little while. He's very streaky, Callum, because he won't mind me saying this. He's a bit of a lazy git. Again, he's still being himself. He's not doing the treadmill every day and eating perfectly. He just stays himself, and that's a big part of why he's so good. He just never changes for anyone and knows what he's good at, knows what he isn't. And playing 30 tournaments in a year isn't his thing. He just plays 20 to 23 events a year. And anyway, he'd been playing some great golf a couple of weeks prior to that, just steady. And it all kind of just clicked in the Cyprus Open, in a pretty darn good field in the end, considering the circumstances. Managed to finish birdie par, birdie eagle to win, to get into a playoff.
Wow,
which
what
was
a
just
finish that is.
Unbelievable.
Was it Aphrodite Hills as a course?
Aphrodite Hills, you nailed it. Yep, bang on. Beautiful golf course in the rolling hills of Cyprus. Not far from the main city, Paphos. There, it's only about a 20-minute drive down there, but beautiful course set in the hills. Set up perfectly for a good drive of the ball, fairly tight, but not particularly long. So if you could hit it long and straight, you were making a lot of birdies. And not often you see the winning score of these tournaments at 20 plus under, and I think we did finish on 20 under to win the golf tournament. Wow. But yeah, one hell of an experience.
And even, finishing birdie par, birdie eagle is ridiculous, but even the par 5 at the end, to eagle that hole is no mean feat at all, under pressure. No mean feat trying to do it from the forward tees, but to do that in DP World Tour setup is unbelievable.
Yeah, it was incredible. To be honest, we were looking at the leaderboards the last couple of holes, and he only really had one small wobble in terms of he's one of the least phased people I've ever met under pressure. Callum, it's just quite worrying. I think there's something wrong with him, to be honest. But he's still on the 16th tee, I believe. 16th tee, maybe 15th tee, which is the par 4 20 birdie there. It's a drivable par 4, but he's a very aggressive player off the tee. Callum hits driver whenever he can. He's such a great driver of the golf ball. And we're still on the 16th tee. We've got a bit of a hold up, a little bit of a swirly wind, and it's never been a second question to just hit. Is it driver? It's just driver, because he can knock out about the green, fairly generous landing zone. And it's the first sort of glimpse of a bit of nerves I saw there. And he looked at me and said, "Are you sure?" And you then have a choice. You've got a pretty short spell to get an answer out. And that's where I think my sort of years of studying a bit of golf psychology and being good under pressure myself just immediately reinforced it. I said, no doubt in my mind, that's the club. Just stand up there and give it some beans. And that put my thinking in a good enough mindset to just stand there, make a good swing, and hit it in the greenside bunker up and down for a birdie. Par the next, birdie 17, par 3, got about a 12-footer. And I actually read that one. That was a nice one for me. And
it's a tough hole as well. Nearly 200 yards downhill or something, eh?
That's 15. I could be getting the holes mixed up here in my head. 17's a par 3.
Yeah.
16 par 4. Yeah, I'm getting confused on the holes, but you made a fantastic up and down actually on that tough one you're thinking about, which I think might be 15 actually. Downhill right to left part, read that one as well. So he was very kind in the post tournament interview to put a lot of credit on my shoulders to say, he's read 8 or 9 putts where I've needed him in, and I've held all of them. So that was really nice to hear from him. But ultimately, he's going to go and do that. I think eventually he's just the most phenomenal ball striker, and balls are steel. So yeah, amazing to be a part of that.
And then you said he won the playoff. So who was involved in that?
Yeah, so it was a Finnish golfer who's now a live player, Callum Shinkwin. That was his name. Very
Oh, right, yeah. Heard of
British
him.
golfer. Yeah, he's now a Live Tour player. He managed to go and qualify. They had a qualifying series, I think, back end of last year, and he got his card. So he was straight over there. He's all about, earning as much money as he possibly can, and can't knock it. But yeah, he also birdied his final hole to. I think he finished birdie to get into a playoff with us. We thought we'd done enough, and he came back strong. And he then in this playoff situation where all you're concerned about is making sure whatever you got to do, whether that's nothing or a lot, you just got to make sure your guys, breathing good, nice and relaxed, nice and calm, and just give them the full confidence. Just go and send it. And I think did a good enough job of that. I mean, it was a pretty tight playoff, and don't know if you were able to see any of it at the time. I know you enjoy watching your golf, but we ended up getting a little bit of a flyer. I think no, not a flyer. Sorry, tried a little baby fade into a flag. He's a crack and drive from memory, and ended up sort of double crossing a 6-iron. He went a high soft 6-iron. It's pitched in the back of a bunker. This is the first playoff hole. Back of a back trap, and beyond that, it's out of bounds. So I kind of got a bit lucky that it caught the back lip and came back in. And this is what I mean by balls of steel. Callum Shinkwin is it's just the one playoff hole actually. Yeah, Callum Shinkwin was in it around 4 or 5 feet away, 4 feet away from birdie, and we're in the back trap, and he's got a tough bunk shot back towards water. Sort of flops it out to about 8-10 feet. I didn't read this one from him. He just said, "Look, I'm good. I'm happy. I'm confident." Hit it centre cut from about 8 to 10 feet in our eyes to keep the playoff going. And Callum Shinkwin steps up to his 4-footer and misses, and he's a champion for the first time. Awesome.
Wow, what a story. What a way to finish it off. That's incredible.
Yeah. I won't include the part where I was raking his bunker and I fell backwards into the bunker. Luckily stayed on my feet and got absolutely...
I hope that's in camera. Please tell me that's in camera. Somebody must have it.
It is somewhere on camera, because Thomas Bjorn took to Twitter straight away and absolutely slaughtered me.
Brilliant.
Thought I was trying to distract Callum Shinkwin with his putt, and the way that it cuts through the edit, from what you can see, is it looks like Callum's about to stand up to his ball and hit it, but he's just arrived at his ball to look at it, if that makes sense.
So it looks like you've taken a dive in the bunker when he's ready to hit it. Nice.
Luckily, the Twitter brigade came to my rescue and gave him hell.
That'll make a change.
Yeah, I know. Brilliant. I saw Thomas a couple of weeks later. We had a little bit of a joke about it. So that's one of the cool things I think about being in that inside circle, is just the people you meet and who you become friends with that you never thought you'd ever sort of meet. And sort of Thomas Bjorn was one of them.
Yeah, that's incredible. Brilliant.
Yeah, really cool. Really cool.
So then that capped the season off. So I guess, was the race to Dubai still on that year, or was that the sort of the finish of it?
Yeah, that was pretty much what got us in. He had a pretty good season up to that point. That certainly solidified his place in the Tour Championships, which is just an amazing experience in itself.
Jumeirah.
Yeah, that's it. You're staying at the Atlantis, one of the best hotels in the world. Because it was semi-COVID at the time, we had to have our own wing of the hotel, even though other people were staying there. We had to stay in our own wing, our own little bubble, but they gave us this incredible sort of section of the hotel where we had our own giant ensuite buffet, and not ensuite, but all-you-can-eat buffet with all sorts of cuisines, our own private pool, beach club. It was just off the charts, and had an okay week. Finished sort of mid-table, 30-odd. Didn't quite push on, unfortunately, but it was his first Tour Champs in a couple of years, so certainly don't hold it against him for not playing his best. But fun story at the end of that week, actually, where Callum's promised me he's booked the car back in the morning. End of the week, we've got an early flight back with Emirates, and being a silver club member of Emirates, he gets a courtesy car included. He tells me he's booked the courtesy car for about 5:15 in the morning, along with quite a few other players. We get down there bright and early. We're looking out for our car, and they're all the same. They all look the same. And each car keeps going by. Mr. Shinkwin, no. Mr. Shinkwin, no. It's all other players. And anyway, Cal checks his phone, and he's not hit the reserve button on his phone. So
whoops.
Bollocks, we're going to miss our flight at this point. Actually have to get a cab anyway. Being the nifty thinkers we are, right, next car, we'll just grab that and run. So next car comes along. And the guy winds his window down, poke my head in, and he says, "Mr. Reed?" I was like, "Yep, that's me. Patrick Reed." Playing that week.
Couldn't have to a nicer guy.
I know. We nicked Patrick Reed's car from the courtesy car from the hotel back to the airport. And
I hope
the
your
guy,
American accent was on point.
it was just, you couldn't write. It was brilliant. And we're 5 minutes from the airport, and the taxi driver gets a call, or the courtesy car driver gets a call.
He did.
And there's a lot of shouting going on. And Cal just nudged me, says, "Pretend you're asleep." This guy turns around, starts shouting at us. Like, "What do you mean? I didn't say I was Mr. Reed." Guy's probably lost his job on the back of that. I felt terrible. But we got to the airport, we made the flight, and we can say we nicked Patrick Reed's courtesy car. So that was good fun.
Well, what a great story from Sam there. First of all, winning a tour event with Callum Shinkwin, being on his bag during that final playoff must have been fantastic. But even better, what a way to round his week off, taking Patrick Reed's courtesy car. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to the podcast, and we'll have some more episodes out soon. Thank you. Bye bye.